It is to say that the planet has only got a finite capacity to absorb further greenhouse gas emissions without the climate being seriously destabilised with the prospect of the end of life on Earth. It is as serious as that, and it's this century, unless we act in a precipitate way. You cannot negotiate with the planet to say, couldn't you absorb more greenhouse gases because we like flying, because we like going long distances by train. The only way in which this is going to be managed is to recognise that finite capacity has got to be shared out on an equal per capita basis across the world's population. Nobody could reasonably argue that it should be shared out on an unequal basis. If you do share it out on an equal basis, then you will realise that we have got to reduce our fossil fuel-based lives to the extent of emitting each year no more than about a half a tonne of carbon dioxide per person per year. If I tell you that half tonne could be compared with the average of 4 tonnes, which is the emissions from the typical car this year, or 4 tonnes, which is the typical average from flying across to the United States. Just that one act of flying across to the United States would use up 8 years of your ration for all your fossil fuel using purposes. There is no escape whatsoever from this simple logic. If you lead a lifestyle which exceeds that basic minimum, then you are complicit in a process for which we should be all ashamed, because it means that we are contributing to the destruction of the planet for future generations. There is no escape. If we turn around now at the Department of Transport, its business is largely, not exclusively, but largely to enable, to facilitate more travel by road, rail and air. In every respect, that is wrong. Even rail is too energy intensive if we are to protect the planet from the excessive burning of fossil fuels. There is no escape from this. Don't block your ears. You are a particular audience that won't block your ears. The great majority of the population out there somehow believe that technology will ride to the rescue. I can assure you it will not. We've been looking for 50 or more years for ways and means whereby technology will ride to the rescue. It won't do so. It can only be by changes in our lifestyle, and in the case of the bicycle, heavily focused on the bicycle. Road, rail and air travel in particular, has got to stop. If any of you fly, stop doing it. Don't fly less, stop flying. It is an outrageous act for which you will be accountable. If you believe in God, which I hope you don't, if you believe in God, then you will regret it when you get to the pearly gates. If you believe in rational thinking, then you will know that there is no moral justification whatsoever for exceeding that basic ration, which will not allow for any further flying. It's not a question of stopping the third runway at Heathrow. It's closing terminals 5, 4, 3, 2 and probably 1 as well. And weaving through traffic can strike terror in the heart. Car drivers broke all the rules for a start. A blinding rush to get from A to B. What's on the road is anarchy. Promise of land and our clean air. Half the time they don't even know you're there. Then there's a driver in a different place, listening to his heavy bass cross the white line bit out of his head. That sort of action leaves people dead. Doesn't even take his hand off the phone, tearing at you all alone, heading for the twilight zone, kind of left his brain at home, ride around like they're all mad.
and you'll survive. It's not too bad. Use instinct, not what is said. You then get skillful, not end up dead. Though sometimes it's so scary that your pants get wet. For the future of the planet, we'll beat them yet. And while those fools in the jams they sit, you're way ahead and keeping fit. For transport, it's really cheap, whilst drivers' bills are always steep. Sitting still, they fantasise, taken in by all the lies. Another lane on the motorway makes cars go fast, like the adverts say. Yes, we leave them sitting all frustrated, while we're at front with transport underrated. And suddenly, you're on your own, down a back street all alone, drifting along whilst the pedals turn, feeling the freedom your spirits yearn. Cycle and rider seem as one. This well-being's a lot of fun. See, riding a bike is a bit like life, dodging and weaving to avoid the strife. When you whiz down a hill, you truly fly, whilst cycling sensations get you high. Most of the time it's joking and laughing, and always the guarantee of free parking. 8 bikes go in one car's space. 1,500 to a gallon puts pride on your face. Why drive and be grim whilst the ride is all smiles? Half the car's journeys are less than 2 miles. So riding a bike helps the air and the land, which is why you must join us and help make a stand. A woman or a man, a lad or a lass, come and join us on the critical mass. Yay!
That's really free. Really free.